Hey guys, Ducks in here, just doing a seismic update. As you can see, 17th of March 2011, getting significant movement. It's not major, not minor. China is getting a lot, and they just had a 5.0 earthquake after I posted last night's seismic update. I kind of thought China might get one. What else has been happening? Not much. California seems to be getting a lot of activity, and the increase is still on the rise. I'll just go to show you. As you can see, we'll scroll in. As you can see, California is getting quite a bit of activity, and they do seem to be getting larger. 2.7, 2.9, 3.3, and there's a 4.5 down in the Gulf. There is a lot of activity around central California. As you can see, you've still got these quakes that are happening in Arkansas. Worst case scenario, guys, is that both of these faults activate at once. Scientists keep telling me it's an impossibility, but they also said the Japan quake was an impossibility. Japan quake is still going hard, had over 600 quakes. We'll show you a good map that I got. Check this out. 559 quakes since the past 7 days. I'll put up a link to this site, but it does display out. You can see how they just had a few small 4-pointers, 5s, and then all of a sudden, yeah, just shit hit the fan for them. After that 8, it's just like seconds and seconds apart. I'll give you a quick rundown. You'll see the 8 come up. Some guy in New Zealand made this map for Christchurch when their quake happened. Still going on, by the way, I might add. And yeah, he's updated it to include Japan. There's your 8. And they just spawn all over the place, different places, hundreds of k's away from each other. And as everyone knows, aftershocks should roughly be around the epicenter of the main quake. These aren't. These are all over the place. And as you can see, scrolling down the page there. I'll post this link in the description for you. It's quite creepy, really, to have a look at how much activity is going on there. Also gives you a daily energy release chart, which is helpful. We have more. Antarctica seems to be, I noticed this before the Japan quake. Antarctica started getting activity, and it seems to always get less activity than most other places. So if you see that start to act up, you kind of know something's on its way. It just comes down to a matter of, well, trial and error, really. The only other thing I wanted to show you is this. 723 quakes. That's for the past 7 days, guys. This has increased over 300% from when I started watching this. When I started watching this about 6 months ago, it was sitting at about 200 quakes. And that was on an average 200 to 220 quakes per 7 days. So the seismic activity definitely is increasing. As you can see, there's the China quake that I kind of thought was coming. Thought it might be a little bit bigger with the activity. It was shallow, only 18 k's. Southern Xinjiang, China, and haven't been able to find any news on it yet, so I'll let you know when that comes to hand. But I will tell you guys, they've just had another one since. California is acting up. There is seismic activity happening in California, and it is increasing. We cannot give you an accurate prediction, but it's better not to be there when it happens. All you can do is try and take care, and hopefully people pull together if a big one does hit California, because it's going to be devastation on an unprecedented scale. Technically, all it'll mean is you've got Japan happening on both sides of the Pacific. Well, that's basically it for my earthquake update, as so much hasn't happened yet, I guess. But I will keep people updated, and the moment I see a 5 quake in California, I'll issue an alert. Take care, guys.